Welcome back to Rogue Trader. I'm going to lower that slightly. It was a little loud last time when I went over the recording, so I think that should be good. All right. When last we left off, there we go. We had just gotten the ship under control. We have no navigator. We lost a bunch of the crew. So it's a fixer-upper, but you know, we got some. We can do it. First things first, I want to see how I can, if we have some kind of merchant on the ship that I could buy some stuff from. Even though technically it's my ship, I should just be able to take whatever we have in our armory. Because I would like to outfit our sister battle with a flamethrower. Because, obviously. Either that or a Melta. A Melta or a Flamer. Either one. Alright. Oh, this does have controller support, doesn't it? Yeah. I don't know, I kind of get used to it with Pathfinder, so I'm like, yeah, I kind of like rocking the controller. Same thing with Baldur's Gate 3, I do, and it's just comfortable. Alright, I need to find someone. Pension officer, no. Factorum dude. Um... Hell yeah, get my painting up there. Need of training. Oh, I think this is the dude who can respec. Yeah. Yes. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. We are going to give you some. Well, let me see. I can do flame weapon expert. Melta. I need Melta proficiency first, so we'll work on that. But for now, yeah, flame definitely 100%. um. Ooh. No. Let's see what else would be really good. Okay, so that's can attack with. Okay, so that's how you would do a dual wielding. To the usual. Okay, so it does take more AP and it does have a -20 penalty. But I'm sure there's increased things you can do. Any trained characteristics? Okay, okay. I really need to look through all this. Oh, I can just increase that stuff. That's neat. Base skills, base lore. I should probably give myself Medicae at some point, just so I can use them. I don't know if I already have it. Grenadier, advanced skill tech use, ready to serve. Same archetype as this character. Okay, well they are the same archetype, so. Um, oh, Litany of Purification. Okay, hold on, we got some litanies. Devotee of for single shots and attacks of opportunity for 1 round. +4. Okay, +4 times to armor against attacks of demons, warp damage. Okay. What's purification? Gain 1 stack of the disturbed effect. Adjacent, also all demons. Interesting. Just, yeah. Melee flame attacks against demons and psychers deal an additional 2. Okay, so I could really bump that up, but no, I think we're going to go with... there's a couple up here I would like to look at. The first reload does not cost AP. Um, that, I'm assuming flamers are area attacks from the next attack that hits them. And ignore deflection. They gain armor penetration and oof. Let's start with Tenderize. Ballistics, agility, perception, strength, willpower. Ballistics, I think. Yeah, agility. Yeah, we're gonna go agility. And then we get another one. Oh, wait a minute. No, I want... Oh, okay. That's what... I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to be getting both anyway. I just want to make sure I get Flame Weapon Expert, Agility, Tenderize. And I think we are good. So we got to get you a Flamer. Cool. That's like first order of business. Where doth I get Flamer? Adira I can also do as well. The tall middle-aged woman stares straight ahead of her, her eyes vacant. As she rubs the implant at her temple, her collar is undone, and one of the clasps on the verge of falling off. Sensing your presence, Adira turns her head toward you and offers you a crooked smile, even as her eyes look right through you. What's it like being a psyker? I'd like to hear your augury. What awaits me in the future?
All right, let's hear what they're whispering about you.
She laughs, rubs her hands together, and suddenly freezes with a vacant smile on her face, her head slightly tilted. You feel goosebumps appear on your skin, and your collar begins to waver ever so slightly, as if moved by a breeze from a half-open door.
Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
In bed, am I right? Fortune cookie. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion. A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. The chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master? Or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord? The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it?
Now, the one about the hound, like, chasing, that technically could refer to the Space Wolf that I know will be in the party at some point. This could be clues
I'm
to...
sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I tried to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
Okay.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
This could be clues to people and events. I mean, obviously they're clues to people and events that are going to be coming, but I think that one might refer to the Space Wolf, the Red Road Mage, maybe an AdMech? Maybe? Hmm. Is there anyone here who deals... I mean, that's that dude, but I don't think he sells things. I think he just, he's our trainer. May I talk to him again? Um... the people who buy our plunder, who interests you exactly? No, I want to know. Bolster my retinue. Rest assured, there are people of most outstanding talents among the thousands of your crew. I will contact the overseers at once. Oh, I can create. Oh, I can just grab people. No, we don't need that. All right. You.
Lord Captain.
Talk about things that may be useful to me.
A
Yes.
noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you.
No, we pretty much know
As
that.
you wish, Lord Captain. Lord.
All right. Well, let's. First things first. Let's go. Argenta's so friggin' cool. This is a battle, man. They got ignored for so long, and now they're finally got some love from Games Workshop. Yeah. All right. We know we need to go there at some point. Unidentified void ship. No, Minoris is the one we need to go to. Then there's the station. We know we need to go for the Navigator. What's this unidentified void ship? What we have here, Lord Captain, is it's not very noticeable, but there's a void ship sitting in the local asteroid field. It sure is quiet, like it's huddled up there on purpose. It's not like I'm surprised. The thing is more scrap heap than ship at this point. Someone sure went to town on it. We are registering critical damage to the hull and depressurization in multiple compartments. There's an incoming transition now, too. Hear us? The Vox producer hisses and abruptly cuts a static. Do not require assistance. Do not require... Okay. Copy. The relay... The Vox relay is a different voice. Keep following. They'll pass us by, won't they? Roar protects. Emperor protects. Lord Captain, I'm told our augurs cannot determine the allegiance of the vessel. To be brief, there is an unidentified and badly damaged vessel within the asteroid field near the Ricadiphilia colony that is refusing help, which, not to put a fine point on it, has not yet been offered to them. I want it to identify itself. It sounded like they were saying Emperor Protect, so that would assume that they are loyalists. Possibly. Yes, Lord Captain, the connection is established, but they're in, like, Imperial space, technically. I mean, there's rogue traders that run this sector, but technically it's Imperial space. Yes, Lord Captain, the connection is established. Unknown vessel, we are receiving you. Identify yourselves. I repeat, identify yourselves. For a brief moment, the Vox only hisses and snaps. Then several voices at once start shouting over one another. Do not tell! Tell him. We are done for. This is the Thunderfang. We are... One of the voices falters uncertainly and is replaced by another. A merchant vessel. Do you copy? We are a private vessel. A merchant vessel. Of course they are. damn my stupid head. Where did I hear that name before? Thunderfang. Okay. It could have been a mutiny. It could have been a mutiny. Why can we not identify you? We'll give him a chance. You can make out hoarse and furious whispering even over the crackling of the static. Why? I don't know. What if... Certainly not. The whispering dies and a clear, youthful voice cuts through the static. Our vessel is badly damaged. Damage is preventing the correct identification. We assure you, civil merchant vessel. Thunderfang does not require aid. I want a damage report. Telemetry shows multiple hull breaches, most likely caused by the guns of a combat ship. Several compartments are leaking air. The bridge has almost been completely obliterated. Two of the engines are critically damaged, and someone gave them a thrashing so solid they barely managed to limp away. Yeah, what the fuck's going on? The Vox might be bursting into a cacophony of sounds, words, and emotions. Someone chuckling bitterly, another swears with some foul expletives, and yet another hisses, furiously demanding that the others shut up. You make... Okay, you know what? Stop playing games and explain again what your business is, and this time I highly recommend the truth. We were just flying, minding our own business, straight out of the blue and opened fire. Miracle we could get away. Emperor protected, and then more fire. Who? Void only knows. Roasted our tail, bombed everything. Our folks are left without our help. We never got to them. I'm giving them one last chance. Happy now? What have you done? It's too late now. Angry, whispering civil voices. The whispers and static are drowned out by clear and slightly frightened voice. Do you copy? We are from the fellow of the Void. We did not come here to loot. On a different business. To help our own. Out of jail. Do not hurt. Please. We already had our Chronos clearing. How about striking a deal? Our hold is full of goods. In case you aren't aware, Lord Captain, the Fellowship of the Void is a disorderly assembly of several dozen pirate factions on the Chronos Expanse. They consider themselves above regular heretics solely because they sometimes have vox conversations with those whom they are about to board. Were it up to me, I would make them eat a salvo of our macro cannons and shut the scum loose from the decks. They certainly deserve it. High Factorum, generous. I would wait on destroying the vessel if I were you, although the moral aspects of their livelihood do cause some awkward questions. The Fellowship of the Void remains a major supplier of goods to the local market. Perhaps we could find dealing with them acceptable, especially in the situation where performing a warp jump is impossible. Yeah, okay. Commercial exchange. Fine. Flamer. Yes. Hold on. A melt a charge. That's kind of cool. Yes. We want a flamer for her. What else we got? Do you want this? Got a couple las pistols we don't need. Oh, this is adding to cargo. No. Okay, so what is this? Profit factor is representative of the relative value of of our warrant of trade and what opportunities and resources you can call upon. So okay, we would have to. Okay, so so this is interesting. So shopping, it's less about how like buying and selling things of our own. It's more how profitable are we in general. In which case, you can afford any of these things. Camouflage robe. Range attacks decrease the target's dodge by -5. Oh. But does not stack. That's still pretty cool. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Power Maul. What is this? An auto gun? Nah. Damn it. Power Maul? Nah. Ooh, a great sword. Eh. Is it a power weapon, or is it... No, it's just a great sword. Um, yeah, so essentially the idea is if you're like have a profit factor of 10, anything that costs less than 10, you're just assumed that, yeah, you have enough to buy it. So yeah, might as well. Yeah, hell yeah. That's friggin' awesome. And yeah, our reputation with them will also allow me to start getting more. So my reputation with them will allow me to unlock these to buy, but I'll still also need enough of the of profit factor. Interesting, very interesting. So it's more about building your like trade empire to have more perceived value, I guess, or just like become profitable so that you're assumed to be able to buy any of this shit. That's super cool. Um, so here's what you're gonna do. No, wait. There we go. Uh, so you're taking the flamer, and you know what? Well, no, yeah, I'd like you to have an option in melee. So yeah, we'll switch it. Well, I'll give you the axe. If I get another chainsword, I'll probably give her that too, or an eviscerator. But there, now at least she's got that. You know what? Sure. That's not really no, because I don't know. Like, can you dodge a flamethrower? Maybe. Um, the camo cloak doesn't look as good though. No, we want this. I mean, come on, you gotta look good. I mean, I'm running a ship here. I'm a rogue trader. I gotta look pretty good. Which one's this? Just a regular old flag chest plate. That's cool. Outfit settings. Um, I can't, like... I was kind of hoping that I could just have, like, the coat over the armor, but that's fine. Alright, so we've done that. So yeah, there's a couple places we can go. This looks like a dead world, but there might be something to it. Begin scan. Make it so. Engage. Added to the world of the expanse. Okay. So we don't have any extractum show resources. Foundation of any rule of work. Mobile mining outpost assembled in accordance with small industrial complex can be deployed on practically any world, however inhospitable. The Serf clan assigned to it will devote itself to the maintenance of its sacred mechanisms and extraction of resources needed by the rogue trader. I don't know if we have the ability to launch those yet. You know what, let's get a navigator. I believe this is where we can get a navigator. Lord Captain. Oh, this is Lord Captain reporting. The heralds of the Navis Nebulite continue to maintain Vox silence, perhaps due to Urak 5 being off-limits to visitors. We intercepted signals from the beacons drifting in the station's orbit. The demands are clear. We are told to turn the ship around immediately. We have also detected an accumulation of space debris near the station's docks. Presumably, it is the remains of interplanetary shuttles. Perhaps the esteemed Nevis Nebulite houses requires aid and therefore cannot respond to our Vox transmission. My assumption here. Oh, hold on. Let me. Should probably actually do that. Because my thinking here. Get the Navigator first, because that is also another party member that I can start building up. um, let's at least scan the station. Yes, Lord Captain. The Vox remains silent for a while, but then you hear static and Vigdis's measured voice. The officers from the Augur crew performed a full scan of the station, but the information is imprecise. They note wave distortions of unclear genesis that are throwing off most of the readings. We were able to ascertain that the reactor core of the station is still active, but many compartments are underpowered and some are fully depressurized. The signs of biological activity are largely present in the central module, which means the station has not been abandoned. So the question remains, why are the esteemed Navigator's heralds ignoring us? I will negotiate personally. The Vox relays, the cadent sound of grinding gears, and clicking tumblers. I am sorry, Lord Captain, the station does not reply even after an official greeting by a rogue trader, and the declaration of your intent to negotiate in person. We're docking. Affirmative, Lord Captain. We do not know what is happening on the station, so you will have to look for the esteemed Navigator's blind. Dock safely, and may the Emperor light your path. Yep, that's the plan. Let's do it. Yeah. Begin scan. No signal. Oh yeah, so just everybody. Everybody. Get to try out. So the Flamer one, if I remember correctly, the Flamer one reduces the initial AP of your attacks with your first attack with a Flamer, so that you basically just get like your first attack free, which is kind of nuts. What I'm probably gonna do, actually, I forgot I had the other guy dual wielding. I should probably give him the dual wielding ability. I should have done that before I did this. That's fine. If he levels up again, I can always just give it to him. Oh, good. They were having a kegger. It's fine. You know how those navigators are. They're
Pathetic worm. You dare to argue with your master?
hmm.
It was not you whom I swore to serve within these walls. My lips are sealed. Confess. What was the old man's last command? What are you planning? Give up, Keeper. You have lost this battle. Again.
We're getting nowhere with these ones, sir. Permission to execute them.
Wretches, you will be consigned to oblivion for your transgressions against House Orselio. Immortal Emperor, deliver your servants from peril. Prayers will not help you, servant of the damned. Is that the trade house that we're rivals with? In the name of House Orselio, I command you to execute the infidels. Well, not a step further. Master, we have some strange guests on the station. Y'all done fucked up. A tall man stops you with a gesture when you approach. Blood is trickling down the pearly scales of his wary face. And not just his own blood. Two jet-black, unblinking eyes are watching your every move, and the third one, the mark of a navigator's fate, is menacingly pulsing behind the lower lid in the middle of his forehead. Oh, good. We need a navigator. Step back. I will unleash all the horrors of the Sea of Souls upon you. Emperor, be my witness. this, brother, it was the Emperor's will that brought me to this abode. The Emperor frowns. No one has the right to interpret his will so freely, brother. But wait, I recognize your coat of arms. You must be Lord of the von Valentius dynasty. Yes, I'm absolutely positive, in fact. And since fate has brought such an important person into my abode, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands Felix Christoph August, keeper of this station. So you did not come to offer support to the traitors? This is great news. Having said that, you must understand that Uric 5 is a holy sanctum for House Orselio, and the path to it is only revealed to a select few. It means to say you are not on the guest list. I came in search of a Navigator, so you are coming. I don't know if I want him. He seems a little murder happy, which actually is right up the alley of anyone in 40k. He's the guy I need. I already know where. Well, I don't necessarily know where he is, but I'm assuming well, it is an Inquisitor. He could be anywhere. He may have snuck on here, and they wouldn't be wrong for killing an Inquisitor. They like to put their nose in where no one wants it. Yeah, just give me a Navigator. I do not think this is possible. Uric 5 is an observation station. We do not sign contracts and we do not provide navigators. We delve into the depths of infinity and chart the movements of warp storms. And besides, Felix gestures at the disorder around him. You've chosen an inopportune time for negotiations. What is happening here? Where did these corpses come from? Well, one can assume they were killed, and that's why they're corpses. A betrayal. A most banal thing in the life of a nobilite, don't you think so? I was stabbed in the back by my closest friend, Theobald Orselio, the second keeper of Uric 5, and my mentor. On his instructions, my own people sabotaged the generators, blew up the shuttles, and brutally massacred the loyal servants of my mistress. Most unforgivably, they dared to take her prisoner, greedy scum. I swear by the throne's light their souls will perish in the darkness of the void. He falls silent for a few minutes, then furiously slams the end of his staff into the floor. The madmen have captured Lady Cassia, and are now torturing her upstairs while we are idly chatting here. Help me rescue her and be gone, but waste no more of my precious time. Alright. What kind of help? I mean, what do you think? What kind of help? They kidnapped the Navigator, and they're torturing her. Obviously, the help is we kill them and take her back. I would never ask for such a favor under different circumstances, and yet takes his hand away from his ribcage and notices blood and winces in pain, and yet Lady Cassia's well-being is above all. I haven't got many people left, my wounds are too deep for me to act with precision and swiftness, but you may actually succeed. In order to ascend to the mistress's chambers, you will need to remake a holy relic sanctified with the blood of Lady Orselia herself. This is the control rod of the elevator, machine spirit. I have one part, and the other is lost during the mutiny, but even this relic will be of no use unless the elevator mechanism is powered. So how do I power it? The station's main cogitator is situated in the guard room. Just enter the correct command sequence, and the sacred mechanism will do the rest. First step, heat the key. I have the phylactery containing the mistress's blood. It needs to be taken to the laboratory, which is located behind one of the reliquary doors. The most ancient and sacred mechanisms will help rebuild the rod. The tech priests ceaselessly perform the rites of appeasement so that the machine spirit would serve the house in its time of need. The fateful hour is now upon us. Alright. You know what? Let's play this sly at first. Yes. You should hurry then. We will stay here to hold the line and lick our wounds. Good luck, rogue trader. And may the Emperor's light be with you. Alright, let's do it. Alright, dudes.
I always have a backup plan.
Actually...
I know how to take risks.
Formation. I want you in the back. Actually, you know what would be better, I think, as a formation? You. Except I want you down more. Yes. Yeah. Or would this be better? The two of us and then you, but I want you a little further back. And then you can kind of be right in front of her. Yeah, you know what? That's good. This is fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Keep your wits about you.
Jump over. Well, first of all, let's scrape this and see what we got. Corpses are mauled by a force far beyond mortal capacity. What was that? The faces are twisted in pain and hands are fused with imprisonment. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so they definitely had... Gimme. We got just some crafting stuff and a multi-key. I will always take the multi-key. Got any other bodies I can loot? Alright, I think we could probably jump over now.
Just as I planned.
Yep. Alright, let's start checking around for stuff. Who has demolition?
What a peculiar thing.
Okay, hold up. Who has...
I have a nose for
Nope.
If you want something, the Emperor
Do you have demolition?
always have a backup plan.
Good. Hey, she does have demolition. Nice.
Fate and fortune favor the bold. Is there money to be made?
Oh shit. Wait, hold on. Fire at will for House Austellio. Okay. Well.
For mercy, but I will grant none.
For the Emperor!
Yep, you're going here. I want you. Hold up. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you go there. And then I want... I can't... Oh, wait a minute. I can. Ah, you're just like slightly... Oh no, this would work. Yeah! I believe you have to have a certain amount of agility to actually be able to use multiple attacks in a turn. Nah, we're good. Good for now. %, I'll take it. Oh, I didn't even see that dude. Yeah, you go over here and start moving toward that dude. Oh, coming down. You know what? Yeah. Would that affect her? I don't know if it does. Alright, we're good for now. Yeah, they're on fire.
My faith shields me.
Oh, you motherfucker. Yeah, you get into cover. Oh, yeah. Oh, can I not? Wait, hold up. Ah, slightly too far. I could do that, but that could also hit her. So you know what? Instead, let's do this. Can I hit any of these dudes? I can. Yeah, let's try that. Did you? Okay, he hit his own dude. Well, you're gonna die like next turn.
Rejoice in battle.
Um, yeah, you go here. I'm not as worried about that dude because he's gonna take him out next turn. So let's take you out. Okay, you're done. Um, wow, really? Well, sorry, friend, but yeah, you're just gonna take that. I'm assuming this is how we're gonna get the piece that that was lost. Okay, so first of all, good, yeah, go after me. That's fine.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Yeah, you're just screwed. He's got good cover, but you know what? It's worth a shot. Yeah, come here. Look at me. Don't look at her. Yeah, I'm gonna start heading this way to see if I can get her some Medicae. Oh shit, I forgot he was there.
Cold embrace of death.
Okay, well. But I can see him directly. He's not really hiding that well anymore. Yes, get over to her.
Follow my lead.
And then use Oh, we don't. We have. And don't we? Hold up. Yeah. Oh, I have to equip it separately. Shit. Okay, that's my bad. Oh, I was hoping that would actually do more.
Who if not me? I'll see.
There we go. FromSoft.
A tactically sound approach.
Yeah, just zappy zap.
Yes. You
Um,
want something?
Look no further.
I'm gonna need more of those. Um, also removes bleeding, removes one fresh injury, or if none exist, attempts to remove an old injury. Okay, so let's just remove that from you.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day.
Keep your wits about you.
We are the spear.
My wit.
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. I woke up with a feeling of wonder, as if a field of flowers was blossoming nearby. A child was saved from death. 1,000
That's
heretics
still.
were burning alive, begging and sobbing and howling.
Yeah,
Sin
I know how to
that's
take
cool.
risks. Rise to the top, or get
Ooh, what we
left
got?
in the dust.
We got some las guns. Not as good a las gun as mine, but hey, it's the thing. Got some flak chests. Collect all. I assume you have some decent armor, right?
I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences.
Mesh chest plate, armor 25%. Yeah. Even though you should be having
I
power armor,
always
but you know,
keep my options open.
we'll get there. Calixian Sculptor and Chronicler Zacharias Vernon, the Magnificent, the 23rd year of the Millennium, original. Goods. What is this? What? Okay. It must be a usable item.
It's not dawdle.
Okay, so we got some just las pistols, a scrappy auto pistol. I mean, all this stuff is probably just gonna get sold. If I'm being
Is there
completely
money
honest.
to be made?
Goods. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Lesson one. Okay, so this is a book. Again, just grab everything. If it's lootable, we're taking it.
Keep your wits about you.
If it is not nailed down or on fire, we are taking it. There's goods over there, too.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Was there anything else? No. Oh, there we go. What do you got? More las pistols, las guns, that kind of
I always have a
stuff.
backup plan.
Library full of treatises, most distinguished scholars. Oh, goods. Ooh, what's this? Intercepted conversation between security officers. Tremendous honor, yes, but the promotion will transfer the entire squad to the child's personal guard. By the God Emperor. Well, you are a strapping lad. You'll probably make it for a cycle or three. It has worn down better men than me. What is even the point if your brains turn to mush? I may rip my eyes out like Amos did. At best, I'll just go bonkers like that little shit stain that kept stealing our... Oh, what happened to that one? Threw himself in out of a depressurized chamber because of some voices told him to. How do we go down? Down. I'll read more. Yeah, we'll take that. Interesting. So the child. So it wasn't. So it wasn't referring to me, even though the weird Robo-Man was referring to me as the child. Unless he wasn't referring to me. All of the servants perished in the crossfire.
Is there money to be made?
More stuff. More goods. Just books. The Catechism of St. Drusus. What? Is that a sponge? Oh, a meteorite chunk. Hey, it's more goods. Stuff we can always sell. Ooh. Ooh. What do we got? A las pistol. No, we got a Ripper auto pistol. Pistol burst. That's kind of neat. Interesting. No. Someone could probably use that, right? Oh, okay. That's probably how I do it. Okay. What do we got? Mutated flesh sample? Why not? Alright, there's a couple doors we can open here.
Let us not dawdle. What do we have here?
Okay, hold on. No, don't.
I always keep my options
The
open.
crew continues to mourn Lady Theodora.
Machine spirits
I
thing.
fear it may affect the performance of their duties in service of the Lord Captain.
More goods.
In his service will they find strength and fortitude. Only thus will they turn their hearts away from the frailties that lead to heresies.
Yeah, we should be able to clear that, no problem. More goods. Ooh, gloves. Bonus to persuasion. That could be useful.
Is there money to be made?
There's always money to be made, friend. Demolitions, we have 7 available. I'd rather use tech use.
Success is
I'm
the
usually
only outcome I accept.
I don't see any traps.
Always
Oh, there's
keep
an
your
enemy.
eye on the prize.
Hold on. Oh, there are traps in here.
Let's not waste
Your-
time.
I'm restless.
I will lead us to fortune. I know.
Should I
The Emperor
Keep
sets
your
my
wits
path.
about you.
Don't. Okay. I'm going to have to figure out a better way around that. We're just going to go with that. Get more and more goods. Yeah, it's fine.
When the
I have a nose for profit and a taste for adventure.
Alright. I'm going to have to find a better way to, like, set it so that only one person... Oh, hi, guy. Did you hear the screams? Move! Oh, no, y'all dead. Sir, are you alright? We can't hear anything. We got a bunch of people in armor running around, like, 10 feet from you. Oh, he's just drunk. You are in league with them. Is this an insurrection? Death to the traitors! Okay. He's having a little episode. He's fine. But, oh! You know what? I'm sure there's 2 sides to this. I know you are all traitors. Traitors, all of you. They told me, they whispered... Hey, who are you? I'm,
I always keep my options open.
Alright, what do you got? What do you got? This is... research notes. Okay. Trying to see, is there a way to, like... Well, I'm taking that, obviously. I'll read it later.
I always have a backup plan.
Don't worry, guys. You guys can hang out in there. You're cool. And more of this stuff, which is cool. Just more goods.
Rise to the top.
So, how are you guys doing? Y'all, oh, you look like it's a little gassy in here. The fact this person is still alive is evidenced only by barely audible grunts. For some reason, the archenemy's twisted influence has found its way into the station. Oh, good. Is that... Might be some Cornite thing.
Keep your eye on the prize.
You know, you guys look like you're having a good time. Yeah. Uwe? Uwe has had his tongue cut off, like the rest of the lesser servants of House Arcelio. You know, sometimes you don't really want conversation, especially like with the help. You're like, oh god, we don't need to talk all the time, you know. Tech use.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, I'm going tech use a lot of the time. More just trade goods, good. Gotta increase our profitability, man. Ooh, what's this? A long las. Ooh. Single shot and a deadeye shot. Ooh, I kinda like that. Lots of goods. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Tech use, yeah.
Just as I planned.
Yeah, I'm definitely going the tech use route. I'll let other people go demolitions. But for me, yeah, we're sticking with that. Was there another door? Yes, there is another door. Still have not found... Oh, hello. Oh! The cogitator. The cogitator's vid screen is covered in cracks and stained with dried blood. The buttons, switches, and levers were ripped out of the control panel with exceptional cruelty and scattered around the sacred mechanism that now sparks and hisses in agony, still refusing to perish. Awaken the cogitator. You turn a few of the remaining dials and pull the activation lever. The cracked vid screen of the sacred engine flickers. The cogitator's insides emit creaks and groans, and the lumens oscillate at random. It takes a while, but eventually the machine spirits do grant you access to the cogitator systems. Main elevator controls. A few manipulations of the switches make you realize the elevator to the upper chambers is blocked. Activate the elevator. Processing query confirmed. Okay. Return to the commands. Examine the log. Examine the recent entries. Fox report. This is Officer A282. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on the lower levels. Chambers A to D are unpowered. The tech priest crew sent to investigate the problem are not responding. Requesting back... The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting, and the recording abruptly ends. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to the explosive decompression of the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary cause is officer sabotage. Crews 5, 6, and 9 are cut off from the main compartment. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Senior station officers, this is Captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winterscale Scion for help, but something is jamming the signal. We have never received a reply and cannot be sure it was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are here on our own, so remain vigilant. Anyone could be a traitor. You hear me? Anyone. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. The following Vox recordings are too badly distorted to make out even a single word. Who docked recently? Identity confirmed. Regent, okay. Aranto or Celio, date of visit classified. Reason for visit classified. Date of departure classified. Cool. View encrypted data. Required access level security captain or above. Current access level senior security officer. I have a 68% chance. Ah, damn it. I want the navigators. Felek or Celio, main hall, status alive. Theobald is upper chambers alive. Calamora is deceased. Everyone else is deceased. Okay, so we got 2 navigators. Main chamber controls. Open all doors on this level. Conjugator's vid screen goes dark as if the machine spirits had fled their mechanical casket, but your assumption is incorrect, as it fills with static just a few months later. You can barely mark out an inscription amidst the rapid flow of changing symbols. Warning, data corrupted, processing error. Oh, jeez. This is binary. I'm not typing all of this out. And I can't just copy and paste it into a binary decoder. Shit. Wait, what? The compartment you are trying to open is depressurized. It's already been opened. The protocol has been executed. The passage has been opened. Okay, so I opened something. I'm not going to screw with this anymore. Step away. I don't want Rekid Minoris to know I'm here. So I'm not calling for help, because that's technically being run by governors under a different house. Oh, there's a cat coming to watch the playthrough. You gonna help? You gonna help? I think we've pretty much scraped this. So the elevator should now be powered, which is good. Oh, I missed you. What do you got? Warp Seer's goggles. We can get more lore for the warp. I mean, someone could probably use that.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
What? Heresy has found its way into the walls. Is there something warpy going on?
I always keep my options open.
I don't like that. I don't like when things go weird on the screen like that. That seems to suggest something weird's going on. Yeah, let's open the door. Over here. Heavy door is secured by sophisticated mechanical lock. There must be a way to unlock it somewhere else. Do I have to open it from... Wait, the cogitator? Is it one of the other ones? I thought I already... Okay, so that's not what opened it. Let's go to the cogitator. Open everything else, I guess. Nope. It's already been opened. Okay, it was... Wow, I really could have just done that. I should have done all of them. Or not. Or yes. Or no. Or yes. Yes! And out steps a friggin' Chaos Beast or something. A Lord of Change is just sitting there. Hi, guys!
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Hello, hello. And the two heads start arguing with each other. We've been trapped in there for a while. We've been coming up with a whole bunch of bits.
Keep your wits about you.
The whole one of us tells the truth and one of us lies thing. We were thinking about that. Servo Skull Impeller. Oh, wait, no. This, what do we got? Biogel, Blackwater. Unidentified acid. You know,
Always
just...
keep your eye on the prize.
Ooh. Gilded Phylactery. Hollowed Finger Bone Charms. Heretic Trophies. Okay, cool. Should I be carrying? Well, I'm a rogue trader. I can. They're some of the few people in the Imperium who are actually sanctioned to use Xenos tech and stuff like that. Trophies from heretics. Yeah, they'd be fine carrying those and selling them or bringing them to tech priests to destroy,
Let us not
or
dawdle.
not the tech priests, but the ecclesiarchy. But yeah, like rogue traders are the few that can actually carry around shit like that. Caustic stench of reagents sears your nostrils. Somebody wanted to destroy the laboratory or find something.
Is there
First
money
things
to be
first.
made?
Who has better tech,
Let's not waste time with
Medicaid?
What advice do you seek?
Yes? Should I divine our next step?
Well, I guess we all have. Something amniotic fluid pools across all barely discernible.
Rise to the top.
Okay.
Or be left in the dust.
Ooh, what's this? Psi crystal. Neat. Goods. Is that more mutated stuffy? No, it's a regular flesh. Oh, a non-mutated flesh sample. It's nice that we have that too. You know, we got options.
I always keep my
Transducer?
options open.
Shut up. Adamantine. Lady Cassia's Medicae. They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Nah, you're good.
Always keep your eye on the price.
Ooh, more stuff. Our research notes. More and more servants are being influenced by the immaterium. It has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. I don't like whoever this child is. This is strange. We've discovered that corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusually to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. I strongly recommend finely grinding the reagents to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances. Trust me, you will not like having to tend to the burns for the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The tech priests blessed the data crypt H41OK for the calculated number of chronoturns, which means it is no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction to start. Okay?
Let us not dawdle.
Okay, we can... Oh boy. Well, we know... Oh god. Remake the control rod. Transducer. Oh, there's... Okay, meteorite chunk? So I'm not gonna... I'm not gonna mess with this until I know what the fuck it does.
I always have a backup plan.
Let's remake the control rod. Restart the elevator, and now we just need to return to him. So we restarted the elevator, we got the rod. Ooh. Experimental section. The child's influence on the psycho-emotional state of various representatives of the Imperium. Test subjects exhibit signs of acute stress. This is subgroup 1, low-born male. The majority perished of blood loss within a day of being placed in the laboratory chamber due to the inability to halt the discharge of ocular secretions and the body's subsequent replacement of these secretions with the connective tissue of its internal environment. So, tears started coming out so quickly that the body tried to replace the tears with connective tissue from your insides. The individuals with great resistance to the child's resonance died several chronoturns later. So you're just eating yourself away from the inside. That's... I don't want to know... Jesus. Yeah, so there's crafting going on in there, but I don't know what that does, so... I could technically mess around with... like...
I always keep my options open.
Save the game. So, like, what happens if I put, like, I don't know... adamantite in it?
This could be an opportunity.
Adamantine dust. Do I want adamantine dust? I don't know. So until I know whether or not I do, I'm gonna wait. I mean, I can make it. Do I want it? What does it do? We'll find out. But for now, I think we're good. We'll get our we'll help save.
Is there money to be made?
So I think yeah we're done this. You can just return to him.
Always keep your eye on the price. Let us not dawdle.
All right, Felix. Felix looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided. His wounds are good. It's nice that you stayed here while we were risking our lives and you were just hanging around braiding your hair and having fun. Were you having a slumber party? We talked about boys. Is that what you're doing? There's some healthy color under the scales on his cheeks. You dealt with the threat and powered the elevator. Well done. I trust you brought the activation rod as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost the mistress her life. Adira suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails into her shoulder. Then starts mumbling. The crossroads. There are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accursed eye. They all wear masks, so poor and flimsy, they fall at the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Oh, thank you. Totally get it. Wonderful. What paths? I cannot say. One is paved with blind faith, the other with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you like the most. Who is who? My whispers are giggling nastily. They will not speak, the naughty little things. They say that tearing off the masks is your concern. Thank you. I think I get it. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, psyker. Thank you, Rogue Trader. I don't even know what to say. Status and honor prevented me from admitting it before now, but you have awoken hope in me. Hope that I might actually leave this station together with my mistress, which is why I'm about to ask one last favor of you. The lowly insurgents got their hands on a weapon that suppresses my Navigator powers. Their absence makes me a living target, but this weapon is useless against you, as is the bunch of lunatics wielding it. I humbly ask you deal with the scum huddled upstairs, and hurry to adorn my mistress with the relic of our house, a sacred amulet against all evil. Recent events have badly disturbed Lady Cassia's psyche. The warp entities always lust for weaker souls, especially when the veil grows thin. You, too, will be safe next to this charm. Very well. You are going to need this charm. He hands you a precious stone without a setting. Its luminous surface remains cold to the touch no matter how long you hold it in your hand. And may the God Emperor's light be with you. Alright. Group up! Alright. Oh, get over yourself. The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs stands with her arms raised, her hands deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continuously streams from her scarlet-misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament, and when your eyes meet you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. The eye is closed under there, right? Okay, good. I succeeded in a will test. You are enveloped in despairing grief, and an invisible hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem filled with lead, your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Adira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whisper. Ow, 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 ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy! Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness, then lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face. I think I have decent persuasion. Okay, so both are fine. Lady Cassie, I'm here to help you. Please calm yourself by the Emperor. If you stop... Yeah, I have an 80% chance. Succeeded! She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and a howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you? Hey, I'm looking for a navigator. You want to hang out? I can be a giant asshole. I may have to do a playthrough at some point where I'm just the biggest asshole. Teague von Valencius. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Unease settles over her features and she nods cautiously. Pardon my manners, Teague. I did not expect to make such gracious acquaintances in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Theobald Orselio. The heavy-set old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs, his eyes swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them. The child, Lady Cassio, where are you, sacred child? Throne, preserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the woman's side. You. The old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded in jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of a dead fish. Well, a sickly, sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk. Yeah, COVID's rough. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the Whispers shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed whoever you are. Persuasion test succeeded. Hey, I got good persuasion. I want good persuasion and good tech use. That's usually what I go for in a lot of games like this. I'll grant that you do not look like pirates, who have been coveting the riches of this of a wrecked station, or like scoundrels in Felix service. So, who are you? Rogue trader. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and House Orselio now asks a service to you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer. Think on it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy of our house today. You decide. Yeah, what the fuck's going on? Curse? You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Tisiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft, Adira mutters under her breath. Bow, 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 bow. You look frightening. What service do you ask of me? Hope glimmers the navigator's milky eyes. Save the sacred child. Take her away from this station. I fear I do not have long left. The bluish rivulet trickles down the old man's chin, and he wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slightest movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to Regent Aranto, acting head of House Orselio in the Coronis Expanse. Rest assured, the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for a navigator, but after everything we've seen, I got some reservations about this girl. Argenta looks at Cassia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing with such a heavy burden on her shoulders. Oh, she's the child. Oh, there's the painting that we were talking about already. Adira, her prophecy talked about the paint of blood, and there's the painting right there on the right with paint cans. So yeah, she's been painting in blood, I guess. So she's the child. Okay. What happened between you and Felix? Felix is my wayward student. He came to Uruk 5 as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child. Dude, she's a full-ass grown woman. Just stop calling her child. Unless, then again, navigators are weird. They're weird mutants. To revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You could see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of the Novitors, Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy. The renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age. Scion of the noble house. Yeah, alright. Let's do away with him. The last thing I need is a monster on my ship. Cassia shall remain here. I shall serve the Navigator. Yeah, let's get rid of him. Allies are always welcome, even temporary ones. I will revive the child, but do not be alarmed. The power of House Orselio's heir will help us to destroy our enemies and shield us from Felix Navigator forces. But you, rest for the time before the battle. Yeah, I had a weird feeling about him. While no one appears to be living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. Here's the painting. As if the painting is rendered in several different hands, the timid, uncertain lines are interlaced with rough and furious strokes coming together in arcane shapes. I mean, the whole two paths that Idira talked about, where, like, there's a traitor and someone like, and he says, oh, totally give her this thing. I don't know, I had suspicions. I had suspicions. What is that exactly that he gave me? Is this the one? The glowing stone. It is always cold to the touch. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm actually going to give myself this. I'm going to give myself that. Hell yeah. We're going to do sniping. At least for now. What was this again? This is the Ripper Auto Pistol. It's less damage than a las pistol. Rate of fire is better. Range is about the same. Can do a pistol burst, but it can also do single shots, unlike the las pistol. Armor penetration 10. It's got better armor pen. Can I even use this? Yeah, I guess I can. I can use Adeptus Astartes weapons. Well, this may be an alliance of convenience. We shall follow you. Alright. Yeah, I was picking up what the Seeker was putting down. I am curious what the heck would have happened if I had actually given her... Luxurious feast was left untouched. Yeah, scrap stuff. What would that have done? I'm assuming actually what it probably is it's probably some kind of like dampener for her powers. That's my assumption. Is it would have just
Always keep your eye on the prize.
like Broly from the first Dragon Ball movie. The first Dragon Ball Broly movie, not the new one. Although he kind of has something similar, but it's really more of like a shock collar in the new one. But, just something to dampen the powers,
I
make her
always keep my
malleable,
options open.
so that he could control her. Hey, so actually, let's make sure there's nothing else over here. Nope. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
Hey, buddy. Hey, I found a better offer. It's about time to repay those who betrayed our house. Come. You know, you are treasonous worm. I knew I should have killed you. Well, you know, that is enough, boy. You betrayed the child, our house, and Tisiphone herself. Surrender. I am the savior of our house, and I am prepared to pay the ultimate price. Kill them. Yeah, about that.
I'll make an example out of you.
Alright,
You shall survive.
right. I want to be here, because I can hit a couple different people from here. You are definitely going to go well, there's two of them over there. You know what? Just start swinging. Anyway, I start blasting. You stay here, and then I want you to start blasting those dudes. And you... Yeah, you're here. I'm less worried about him, because all those dudes can go after him. I just want to start clearing out all these people. Yeah, the two of you can just make short work of that. Although, actually, no, you know what? I have a better idea. Because you can charge those guys, like, right now. You're gonna go here. We'll take this side, they take that side. Yeah, because he can go after these dudes close up. She can lightning blast those guys. She can fire these guys. That's what I refer to as shooting someone with a flamethrower, firing them. And then I'll go after him, and I can snipe everyone else. Or him. Yeah, I'm good. Or you can just go after them and completely ignore him. That's cool too. Who is this? Iridia? Yep, you're gonna go... Bye.
Not this Greyer's job.
Oh, I have to be in line of sight? Alright, never mind. You're gonna go here then. You know what? That's pretty good. Now you do it. Yeah! That... They have a little more life than I was thinking. Yeah. You,
On it.
Yeah, you give yourself a little dodge, yeah. Me. Unavailable? Oh, right. Those are the ones where we can spend them to do more damage to them, I think. Alright, you're good. Yep, you're gonna go, like... can we, like, put you, like, here? Yeah. And then he should die when the burning comes on his turn. He'll survive for now, but at least she's still in cover. You know what? This is actually useful. Because, yeah, a bunch of people can get affected by that. And there we go. That takes care of... Oh, wait, did she just open her third eye for that? Oh, that's a silent attack they can do that just, like, does a huge AoE. That's fucking awesome. First of all... actually, no, you know what? You... yeah, take him out. Take this motherfucker out. Too far. Oh, shit, I shouldn't have used that so early. I thought buffs didn't count as using your... God damn it. There might be a way to rewind. I gotta figure out if you can rewind. Actions. Yep, he's dead. Okay, here we go. I want you... Yeah, you go here. I think it's too close. I think I have to at least move a little bit. Yeah. So we're just gonna go regular old hit. Yeah, I gotta give him that ability to swing again. 100%. Alright. You know what? Cool. We're doing,
I'll make it happen.
yeah, you guys can all take that. That's cool. That's cool. That I had like a 90% chance and missed. We're doing a XCOM now. XCOM chances. XCOM math, you know. Oh, forced movement. Okay. Thanks. Well, at least you didn't do any damage. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, good.
Open your eyes, or I'll open mine.
Nice. The fuck you think you're doing? Adira, can you Psychic Scream him? Just finish him off. Good. Yeah, you go over here.
By faith,
Only 22% chance. Eh.
as the Emperor commands, I act.
You move here.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Only a 30% chance. What? Can I pop this? Ah, there's no way I can hit him. Well, alright. Okay, got him. Jesus. Oh, that's Cassia. Oh, I forgot you were down there. You're still on fire, though, so that's fine. Okay, so if you dodge, you actually do move squares. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay, yeah, you start heading toward that dude. Yeah, can I maybe take... I don't know if I'm going to be able to have like any shot at him from here. 86% chance, never mind. Well, you know. I'd like to, yeah, see if I can get like a slightly better shot on him.
On it.
Nice. And he's still on fire, so he'll die. If he's not dead, if someone else doesn't kill him, he's gonna die next turn anyway. The fire will get him. Nice. Okay. Can you hit some... You fired multiple times and only hit our own dude. Ow. Uh, I mean, it's only him left, so...
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Well, see, here's the thing, dudes. Y'all motherfuckers are dead. Well.
Your burden, child. Survive. Return to the fold of your house as your destiny demands.
It would have been a lot. I think he would have had a much better chance of surviving if people in our team didn't just keep shooting him accidentally. That certainly didn't help.
No, don't leave me alone in this violet brown haze. Wake up. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
He was a fine seer of the water. He fought for his mistress until the end.
I'm not entirely 100% cool on having a navigator on the ship that is an empath to the extent that all of us feel whatever emotions she's feeling. Like, what if she, like, watches a sad movie and now everyone's sad? Or what if she goes on Twitter for any amount of time and we're all just seething with really stupid and completely incomprehensible hatred for everything? Like, this is a problem.
Yeah, no. Enough's enough. I've had my fill of waterworks, thank you.
I regret that we had to meet under such a... Yeah, I'll be a nice guy for now. Because again, I mean, if we keep her happy, then everyone's happy.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Get a journal. Don't make all of us have to share your emotions.
What are you going to do to me?
If you wish to leave the station alive, you must first sign a contract you will undertake as serve as navigator and Lady Cassia. I offer you my protection and grant you shelter aboard my vessel. I shall help you restore at the earliest opportunity. Yes, why not?
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Your Act 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
All who can be saved, you know, we did say we needed more crew. Congratulations! You're all going to be part of the servant quarters. You can be running the engines and going into dangerous, vents and things. Congratulations on your promotion. Hmm? Eh?
Accompanying a rogue trader on their travels is an honor for any navigator. Let us go. I can no longer bear the sight of the deathly pale shadows that drape the bodies of the fallen.
You're tired of looking at corpses, I get it.
Let
Oops.
us not dawdle.
Join me in prayer.
I know how.
The Emperor sets
Okay, I need to consider how she's going to be built.
Fate and
Like, what do you use? Now, at least we can always respec. That's one thing that is not yet, like, 100% the norm, it seems, in games that have skill trees. Like, this should have been the norm, like, ages ago, but I want this to just be normalized as easy respec and as many respecs as you want. Just allow anyone to just respec, because in some of these games it's really easy to give yourself a really, like, terrible build that screws you by the end of the game. Like, always just let people experiment, rather than having to, like, look up ahead of time What's the ideal build? I will only do this if I screw up at one stage and give myself a point and something wrong. I have to restart the game. Like, just let people experiment, play around with the system. You have a auto pistol, and you've of course got your staff. What can you use? Um, that's a psychic stack. You don't stack staff. Um, you can give yourself no. Hold on. No. Take that off. You can. I could give her. Actually, I don't know if she has the ability to use the Shredder auto pistol. She can just use a regular old lasgun. Yeah, you know what? We'll give her that just so she has something. Uh, the wearer's range attacks decrease their target's dodge. I don't know. I probably should. No, you know what? You are going to use the camo cloak. Okay. We don't really need anything. No, not really. No, 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 no. Outfit settings. Do not show the fucking helmet, please. Thank you. Oh yeah, backpack 100%. Oh, that's not considered a helmet. I'll take that shit off then. I had it set to not show helmet and it still showed it, so that means like masks must not be considered that. That looks dumb. What is this now? Still not as good as hers. Alright.
Let's not waste time with pleasantries.
You... What do you have? 15% armor. The character wearing this armor will dodge 30%, 5% average. Attacks trapped. Okay. So in this chapter. So that means like as the chapters go up, it'll just straight up say like you have in this further chapter in the game, it's going to be harder to dodge kind of thing maybe. It's universal. Can you wear this? This is light armor. Yeah, okay. Cool. I don't think you can wear anything really. You want some gloves? Have some gloves. Here you go. Nice gloves. Everything else I think is pretty good. Let's figure out how to build this person. Inspire courage is fellowship or will probably is what I'm gonna go with. Yeah. 2 movement points. She can move a lot. Dueling mastery, no. More dodge. She could just get up straight up more wounds, but dual weapon. No, that's what I want for that dude. All this stuff is locked. Whenever the Navigator uses a Navigator power that hasn't been used this combat, gains +2 perception time of combat. Enemies damaged by Navigator suffer perception bonus. Additional melee from warp damage. Stacks for each hit. Every even Second, fourth turn, the Navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, they gain plus 20 perception. Every enemy the Navigator has in line of sight has its dodge and hit potential. Jeez, okay, there's some cool shit. I kind of want this. Anyone damaged by them just takes extra damage. Yeah. Okay, so they're an officer. Okay. You are soldier, you are operative, warrior, soldier. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
I know how to take risks.
Yeah, this is probably goods we can grab. Oh, Felix Bodyguard, what do you got? Is this an auto rifle, auto gun? Oh, shotgun. And this is a... Ooh, different las gun. Different pattern las gun, anyway. The patterns basically refer to where they were made. Like whether they were made on Mars, whether they were made on... You get some yellow matrix stuff coming off you, buddy.
Keep your eye on the price.
Like, you know, Mars pattern would be made on the Forge World of Mars, for example. Tactical goggles, hit chance, and critical hit chance. Ooh. I like that. Staff of House Arcel, I think it's probably the same one she has. Armored body glove, a stub revolver. That's a lot of damage for a revolver. That's a fair amount of damage. Yeah, we already dealt with this. Nope.
I always keep my options open.
What do we got? Another... So we get some shotguns, we get some other stuff. Lots of stuff we can... I guess just put in cargo, I guess.
I always have a
I
backup plan.
think we've pretty much scraped this as well as we're going to. So, okay. Let's go back. Okay, so that's all the extra stuff. Cool. I think... I might actually go with that. Some extra hit chance and some extra crit chance. Yeah. And then you can take some extra armor. You already have... Well, you have a robotic eye, but I don't think you need warp lore. War. Thrice Pioneer. Every time the wearer deals damage, the target's weapon skill and ballistic skill is reduced for 2 rounds. Oh. You know what? Yeah, you can have that. Because if you're swinging twice a turn, you could really reduce their target, their weapon and like their chance to hits. Chance to hits. That's words. What? Let me see. Staff of House Arcelio. So yeah, it's the same staff, I think. Oh, except wait a minute, hold up. Castigating, 5 enemies targeted. Yeah, I think that one's better.
Let us not dawdle.
All right, back on the ship. Now we just gotta get some crew from that governor, and then we can get the heck out of the system. Not so bad. Not so bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. You know, this was a fixer-upper after that whole treason, losing a bunch of the crew, our navigator. Just at least we got out of the warp and we're in the. I mean, granted, we're in on the very edges of charted space, so not an ideal place to be, and we can't warp, but. Well, we technically can now, except that we kind of need crew and repairs and things like that. Good. I love my little rotating Palpatine chair. Let the hate flow through you. Take your Jedi weapon. Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual. But if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first, your heart starts beating furiously. Your breaths come short and choppy. Your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of the sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Voxmaster, Cassidy waves her hand away. First, I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Again, having a projecting empath is not maybe necessarily the best idea, but this is what we have. Now I'm starting to wonder, though. Adira kind of foresaw her. Is she actually seeing the future, or am I interpreting that like a Nostradamus thing and making the future happen because I'm just assuming that was the future? Like, is this a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of thing, where I'm actually being influenced by what I saw, the hints I got about the future? I don't know. Sweeps her pensive glaze. Oh, yeah. Her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. What did you wish to speak about? Tell me more of the rich on Terrace first. You can just be such a prick. What do you wish to speak about? After a few seconds' hesitation, she lets out a small exhale and then raises her pointed chin. I have not yet thanked you for saving me from the station. My thoughts were clouded with such mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honorably, and did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for that I am immeasurably grateful. I'm so deeply grateful that you saved my. I'm also deeply grateful you saved my servants, especially my valet, Uwe. Uwe Boll? Oh no! Uwe served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the Immaterium, and what to serve me for breakfast. That's really the most important thing when we're talking about going through the warp. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. Is that good? Do you want amber? But now, she throws back her shoulders, I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board, but no red. I shall ensure all necessities supplied are delivered to the Sanctum. Again, this is technically all technology, but this is all ritualized because no one really knows how it works. They just know if you do this and this and this, and if we say this, that seems to work. It's all just completely lost in ritual and religion at this point. So if she wants paints, if that helps her navigate, do whatever you gotta do. Just make sure the machine spirits are happy. They're totally not AI. We don't allow AI. They're totally machine spirits. And as long as they have an Aquila on them, they're not an AI. They're totally just sanctioned AdMech, robots. I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. Few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. Yeah, you keep that shit closed when I'm around, please. Alright, so, what's next? Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor's light help us all. Alright, so we get the Navigator. I didn't want to call for help on the planet from the Cogitator because I was not 100% sure we wanted attention from the rival trade house just yet. Let's secure that first, then we deal with everything else. The Voxcaster in the Sanctum Navis picks up the cessation of clothes pious chanting and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating communion ritual. Come here, Uve. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard, a low sob of the servant, the rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas, the faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurrying away. That's why she didn't want red. She paints in blood. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, in umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in the fog. The path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here beyond the wall of glass a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. You know, you and Adira should get together. You two can talk in rhymes around each other all day. I mean, you want to talk about some vagaries. The Voxmaster recoils at Cassia's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. uh... Oh, she knows what she's doing. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Navis are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. Their throats are off from the strain, and then sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rites, as it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around. My brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic tree. Are we talking about, like, the Eye of Terror? Like, when the Imperium was split? Is this, like, taking place just around that time? You hear heavy by the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Yeah, there's a little bit of that in my head. Don't worry about it. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Spare me a few moments of your time, please. There are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I want to report on the condition of the station Uruk 5. Had you opted to begin your visit in the Rycat system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representative of Navis Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either send our forces to disassemble the station and procure technological components for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables. Ooh. We could use components that are useful to the ship. Like, if I can get some of the crafting stations they had, that would be cool. As you command, Lord Captain. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an Enginecia Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and oh, that's right, the Enginecia is technically separate from the restoring the crew, so we'll have to get him next. Yeah, I mean, crew, they're expendable. We can grab them anywhere. Just, go to the planet and pick up some hobos. Like, hey, you want some work? Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight. We are also missing crew. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, right. We also have an Inquisitor we're supposed to be helping out. And, oh, right. We have an escort mission. Now we know for sure he was not at Uruk 5, so keep in mind when making any future plans. Yeah. Okay. I have some ideas. Oops. Void ship management. Ooh, we can, like, put stuff on here. That's cool. Hold up. I can level up? Oh, okay. How much scrap do we have? Upgrade RAM. I would say hull first. I'm a sucker for upgrading defense. Oh, and we can just downgrade to get it back. That's cool. Yeah, I'm a sucker for defense. We're doing that. torpedo control, reinforced shields, new heading. While moving the flagship, I make it turn 90 degrees instead of the usual 45. I like that. Reinforced shields, swing run. Okay. Posts. Master Cannoneer. Wait, no, so Convenient Commander, that's me, motherfucker. Master Cannoneer, you're probably pretty good at that. Shield Master. Oh, it actually says who's best at what. Hold up. You're actually best at that. You're best at that. I'm best at that. Maneuvers. Technically, I'm also good at that. Actually, Warp Channeler, I mean, yeah. Aetherix. Maneuvers. You're probably pretty good at that. Even though I'm technically better at that. You. Yeah, you know what? Fine. Yeah, okay. I think this is good. Because yeah, he does have 40, and yeah, I think we're pretty good this way. Okay. And then once we get some more party members, we can do other stuff. Let's head this way. Back to the bridge, because I do want to respec him so he gets his dual wielding. I may actually kind of want that too, just so I can fire a shot and also hit with my sword. We can also check and see if the our friends, the not pirates, have anything new for us. Like, I don't know how quickly they replenish supplies, but they might have something good. Oh, we have level ups. Oh, just me? Alright, what do we got? We're gonna go... Um, sure. Yeah, ballistic skill. The soldier and their allies will automatically dodge the soldiers. Oh, okay, so if someone else is in like the... Okay, that's interesting. Soldier's next burst attacks will have its rate of fire doubled, but deal less damage. Nah. Next attack and have an additional... Ooh. Soldier's immediate spends all AP and MP and gains a 30. Okay, so you can just go nuts. Soldier dash through enemy allies' enemies, but not through obstacles. So that's interesting. So you can make sure you don't get any friendly fire. Concentrated fire. Ranged area attack. I'm actually going to go, I think, controlled shot. Yeah, why not? I think I might respec real quick, though. Yeah, let's do that. Where is my friend? You. Need a training. So me, yes. Da, da, da. So for this, I want Medicae, probably, right? persuasion tech use. Medicaid is at 40. I could do plus 10 for that. I could also have demolition. I could bring up demolition, but I already have tech use, so it's like, I don't really know if I need that. Yeah, Medicaid might be good. Awareness. Awareness also could be pretty good. You know what? We're going to awareness just first. Yep. Firearm mastery. Yep. Okay. So I want, first things first. At least for now. Advanced. There's also this stuff. Hold up. Ascend to the ritual attack is fact. Fail to fire. Low rate of fire. While wearing heavy armor. Pinnacle of weaponry. First attack in combat with any plasma melta or power up and deals additional damage equal to 4. Um. Let's go with Slaughter, Fortress. Reloading. Tenderize, point blank. Where's the, No. Forewarning, Swift Slaughter. Plus to parry. Nimble. Slow projectile. Meltas. Plasmas. Do I not have proficiency with this yet? I may need to do that. Dual weapon combat. There we go. For this, we're going to go... No. Some more ballistic skill, yeah. And then for this, let's go with... We could go with the Fortress, full cover. Trace the trajectory. Dodges or uses cover against an enemy. They gain guaranteed critical hits against that enemy. I do really like that. Critical hit chance. This bonus is doubled when they're protected by cover at the moment of attack. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. But I think I'm actually going to go with point blank, trace the trajectory. I kind of do want to do that, but I kind of want to set that up with medium armor no longer reduces dodge. And then we're going to get some more... Ballistic skill +5, agility +5, perception or strength. Yeah, pump up strength just a little bit. Then we're going to go... I'm going to need this probably if I'm using plasma, because I'm pretty sure plasma explodes. But we'll see. For now, I'm going to go just make sure people can dodge out of the way. Yeah. I think we're good with that. And then we are also going to... You take your dual wielding crap. Carouse, affected by the toughness, ability to negative effects, new dialogue options, athletics, coercion. What's your demolition? Okay, you know what? We do need some Although you also have really... No, you don't necessarily have great Medicae. I think I have better Medicae. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Demolition. You already have Endure, Daring Breach. You're going to do... When the warrior is attacked, they gain 1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter. That's right. They gain temporary wounds whenever they're attacked. Parry is total armor. Okay, here's what we're going to do first. Hardened Scars, Card Kill. Da, 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 da. Nice. And dual weapon combat. Cool. You are going to get... Do we want Epicenter of Slaughter? Wounds cannot exceed the warrior's 5. Additional 3 damage to enemies that have no allies in adjacent cells. +1 damage deflection. Their parry chance increases. I mean, if there are no enemies adjacent to the warrior at the start of the turn, the damage is increased for 1 melee attack. Nah. More charge damage. And increases the charge, so I could increase his charge distance. I'm actually going to go up center slaughter, I think. And then your weapon skill, what's your strength? Oh, god damn it. Yeah, increased demolition. Sure. And then get your thing. Dual weapon, epicenter slaughter. Strength. Your weapon skill could, weapon skill is probably what I want. Yeah. Yeah, just more weapon skill. Endure, Sworn Enemy, Reckless Strike. Warrior's next melee attack ignores. Every enemy who survives the attack and has his ability will attack the warrior in return. Marks a target. We already have Endure. Don't you already have Endure? Yeah, that's locked. I think I need, then maybe that, I don't know. Breakthrough. Warrior gains the Slash ability. With blank charges for this round, Slash cannot be used in the same round as Charge. Taunting Scream, Forceful Strike. Crush. The next melee attack pushes the enemy away, distance push. I kind of like Reckless Strike. Armor penetration and more damage, and ignores a certain percent of their parry. Every enemy who survives an attack. But they can get an automatic counterattack. You know what? We're still going to go with it. And you can pump up your demolition more. Yeah. Okay. And I think that's it as far as like characters that might need buffs. Right. I might actually... Yeah. And then you... Actually, I guess you're doing okay. We can level up. Or not. I may need to have them like in the party to do that. That's fine. Alright. I think we are pretty good. Let's go talk to our pirate friends. Curious how big a party you can have. I think probably 6, based on the way the the formations worked. Oh, I can't do it from here. Yeah, Thunderfang. Do you have anything new for me? Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia to the deck. Ugh. You know, you just got here. It's like you're also the Navigator. Why are people like freaking out? Oh, wait. That's right. You may be screwing around with their emotions. I mean, yeah, they look freaky, but at the same time, like, you people should know, like, we have a Navigator. Yo, what's up?
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
Oh, you reading?
Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye.
All 3 of
Its
them.
every chapter is written in verse.
Hmm.
I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Yeah, you doing okay?
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis Nobilite. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. No, no, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
And he makes terrible films. I mean, have you seen Alone in the Dark? That was a shit show. Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, and awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes a topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Cassia prefers the company of one whom is used to how she looks.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying? You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Damn mutants. No. No, you have nothing to apologize for.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station. Of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
'Cause they're dead? I mean, that's kind of a thing.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and Anticipation. At last I have set foot outside my familiar walls, and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities.
Yeah, we're pretty cool here.
Just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Wow, you can just go like full-on fuckboy. I understand what you're going through. I mean, hell, I just realized I own a void ship. It's crazy. Just, just happened to come into it. Nothing like crazy happened. Didn't happen to just, have everyone else in line to get this ship and the whole rogue trader title, conveniently die.
Indeed. I did not know. That is to say, I could not have known, as it is the first time we are speaking in a circumstance so private. My word, when I found this place, it was so full of officers. Why did they all leave?
Wow, you can just literally just go straight horn dog. Probably weren't completely freaked out. They just, they thought, she's reading, Let's leave her alone.
Or because my presence offends them. Then I must take my leave as well. I am due to inspect the Sanctum Navis after the communion ritual and prepare the chamber for the upcoming warp jump.
I mean, we still got shit to do before we can warp jump, so you got time. And you're coming with me on away missions. I want you to just, like, open that eye whenever we need to, like, completely melt some people's faces. Oh, bye, Uva Bowl. Whatever happened to Uva Bowl? Is he still alive? I mean, part of me hopes not, but I don't think we're that lucky. At least I don't think he's making movies anymore. Didn't he make Postal, and wasn't that, like... After that, he hasn't made a movie since or something, hopefully. I think we're well past the era of Uwe Boll challenging people to boxing matches if they don't like his movies. Although he wouldn't fight Sean Baby, because Sean Baby actually is trained. And he was like, oh, I can't make it. I prefer to only box people who have no combat experience whatsoever. Alright, now let's go back to the pirates. So I'm guessing there are, like, romance options. I mean, not gonna lie, Navigator would be interesting. Weird mutant lady who can open her third eye and show you all the horrors of the warp and just have you, like, melt on the spot. That's kind of creepy. And, there's a forbidden fruit aspect to that. She could melt you with her mind, and that's, hey, some people might like that. Oh, for God's sake. I just want to go to the pirates and buy something. Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. That's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seemed to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Wersarian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. For God's sake, can we just execute him? Or whoever it is? Like, just shoot him. This is 40K. No one's gonna even question it. Especially if I just tell them, yeah, he was looking at me crossways, and he, wasn't of my station. They'll be like, oh, well, what the fuck was he doing, looking at you crossways? What an idiot. Fine. This one I'm not cut out for upper management. I'd just be like, oh, for God's sake, why are you still complaining? This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat on a lock. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. The young woman standing before Abelard, strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters, but manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Blam! Heresy. Lord Captain, Lieutenant Avril Levant, requesting permission to speak. Vent falls silent and then adds rashly, on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. Will you sign Sherry's birthday card? I will listen to what you have to say. Yes. I want a report, not a shouting match. I'm sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. She exclaims hotly. Hot. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I'm convinced that this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the superior officers. Accusing a superior officer? He lets out a skeptical huff. Pfft. That's my skeptical huff. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Wersarin, and to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands. She reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she has finished, she casts an anxious glance toward Abelard, then at you. How did all this start? Actually, you know what? Where does he come into this? I shall explain. I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valentius will have refuge on her ship. You are far too heavy-handed, Seneschal. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors. It has driven the people to the brink. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4 to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Ugh. What is Depot 4? Let me just... Depot 4 is one of the poorest sections on the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now, more besides, giving succor to cultists and minions of the arch-enemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, but at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rotgut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past, and would have done so again if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to this sector. It is located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens has a knock-on effect to all neighboring sectors. How did it start? Could boil over any minute, so I'll give you a condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics had been found alive, but the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to a head. Okay, Abelard, what do you think? I see no need to add anything. I acted without the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. All right. I am certain he is acting with his own authority, but I will verify it. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support. An Enterprise boarding on sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist I escort you. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we gotta fight some peoples? Can we level people up? Whatever. Yeah, all you. All you. If there's a fight, then hell yeah. Get to test out the dual wield and shit. No, I trust them. I trust my dude. If I can turn him into like a dual wielding monster, or if I can get him like a two-handed like greatsword, there was the greatsword, but I need more rep with the dudes before I can grab that. Okay. You look like an upstanding individual who's totally not cultist. Take that, scum! Did they just throw acid on you? You just took that like a champ? Reflectively wiped sweat from his brow in a startling human gesture. Startling human gesture, and a telling one. A rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor like veneer of self-assurance. The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. We need to get to the bottom of this. And, I mean, I'm not saying I want to rob these people of everything they have, but one of them might have a gun that looks nice. And I mean...
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Yeah. See, someone respects me. I mean, I'm the rogue trader here. The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's bays. Lieutenant Avril Event of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of a heavily built assault unit officer, and judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time, and is now reaching a boiling point. I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You could take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission: the first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. I mean, can you call him? See if the Emperor is available? So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Your lordship. Noticing you, the 2 junior officers snap to attention and salute, their subordinates following suit a moment later. I want to speak to them. Okay. Yeah. Stay with me. Stay with me, Abelard. Trust me. This. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Your seneschal is always there for you.
Yeah, Abelard, don't worry. Stay with me here. I'm not going to let him just get away with this. You probably could use some perception, or... I mean, your ballistic skill's pretty good right now. Your agility is also pretty good, so you got some good shoot bangs. Your strength and weapon skill, I can... yeah, pump up that a little bit. Yeah, because you do range attacks, area attacks. Yeah. Commanding voice, ranger officer's abilities increase by 3. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, they gain temporary wounds. Ooh. Uses an ability on an ally. That ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 4. These bonuses stack, but half the stacks are lost at the end of the target's turn. Okay. I kind of really like these abilities. Allies that are targeted by the Navigator. Okay, so hold on. Mastery of time. Whenever a creature in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains stacking Okay, well, we don't have extra turns necessarily. Makes all resistance. Wait, Navigator makes all their resistant tests with their willpower. Enemies affected by the Navigator's abilities suffer a stacking minus penalty to the next resistance test. Perception is higher than their agility. Their dodge is calculated using perception. I'm assuming perception is better than agility. Yeah, you know what? Their perception is pretty fucking good. Heals 6 wounds at the beginning of every turn and gains +1 additional wound for every Navigator talent taken. The healing increased by +1 for every creature killed. Holy shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, yeah, keep pumping perception. I think, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I think next one of these, I think we're gonna go with the one that, yeah, I think we're gonna go with the one that allows them to use perception instead of agility. And then we got you. What do you got? I want to see what we got specifically for Psychers. What was that? When the Psyker uses a divination psychic power on an ally without an unnatural luck effect, that ally gains unnatural luck. When the ally suffer... Oh, okay, that's actually a good defensive thing. You can just undo a crit. Allies under the effect of at least one psychic power gain an additional armor pen. Ooh, armor pen. The Psyker's allies gain +15. At the beginning of every combat, they gain 15% critical hit chance. The first critical hit removes the effect. That's kind of nice. Every ninth successful dodge and/or parry by a Psyker and their allies come. Okay. The first dodge attempt of every enemy in combat suffers a penalty. Aftershock. Every time a Psyker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, the target suffers half as much mental damage at the start of its next turn. Enemies that have taken damage from a Psyker at least once suffer minus... enemies that fail to willpower test against Psyker psychic abilities suffer additional every time they suffer mental damage until the end of combat. Jeez. I kind of like Aftershock, but I also like Fatebringer. No, this one. 15% critical hit chance for everybody at the beginning of combat. Just extra. You know what? Yeah, yeah, I like that. You could probably use some willpower or perception, but I think... No, intelligence. Yeah. Alright, everyone's leveled up. Good.
The
I
Emperor.
will lead us to fortune. I always have a
Hold on. Formations. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, you are over here. Yeah. So you're gonna be up here with us. There we go. You're gonna go down here with her. Oh, then again, you can heal every turn now, so you might actually want to. You know, you can be kind of up here, but you're up here with us for sure. Um, yeah, you're kind of slightly closer than her. You know, no, we could be kind of tightly packed, I guess. Although actually, no, you know what? Because of the fact that AoE or like multiple shots and stuff. Although really, we're gonna be spread out. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Yeah, okay, I'm fine with that.
I always keep
Um,
my options open.
all right, let's talk to these assholes. A dozen pair of eyes stare at you apprehensively. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from barely discernible to the strange to the outright grotesque. A whisper passes through the crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, three people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and two men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. Tell me what is troubling you. Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship, says a tall, thin man in worker's garb. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet, snaps the old woman, who turns her hostile dark eyes to you. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching out for their batons. Could be worse, they could be reaching for the guns, but okay. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to the whole base for a week at a time so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers. That's her spitting. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself. It's all true. Vent is the only enforcer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and grew up amidships and has no fellow... Okay, well, hold on. Vent is the only officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling toward us. The grim man with the scarred face throws up his arms. Your lordship, we're no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We've plotted no disorder. We went on strike openly. And now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. I was told that one of you has found a possession of a cultist amulet. A cultist amulet? What's that? The gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcer just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics down here? We know our own people, and there have been no new faces around. Definitely not, and if there were, we'd be the first to report them. As for the amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. When that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, nobody's ever tread these decks in boots so fine. I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists were better commanders than us. Have better commanders than us. Interesting. Oh yeah, those boots are really fine. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor. And when we're working, we bow down before the machine spirits of the Lodge and the small transformers and the servo motor. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith. Naive children. Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the archenemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, holy sister. But it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I'd had my 3rd little one. That was last week. That is regrettable, for you cannot lay a burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? We were attacked on the way here. There's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why those top deck units are sent down here. Like one there the lieutenant won't let past. I think they were let past, technically, when we all came over here. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off, but the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folks are lashing out. Their words seemed sincere to you. Their body language and glances traded between them revealed the news of the attack has shocked them. What changes do you want? Would you look at this, the exalted... Oh, well done. Would you look at this, the exalted Lord Captain himself is asking us bilge rats what we want. Well, here's what. We want to rein in your damned forces, to quit turning off the heat, and stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of those club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots of the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks, too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultist body. We'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of these damn amulets around, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan. I don't know why she's getting more and more belligerent, but, you know, she's old. What are you going to do? They get like that. I want real change. Vote for Bernie Sanders. I am once again asking you. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the Anointed One turns his back, these brutes will be on us harder than before. All because we dared to speak out. The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises. Okay. Here's the thing. I'm not giving them weapons. And I'm not taking the enforcers completely out where there have already been potential heretics. I'm not giving them fucking weapons, you kidding me? Spreading anarchy in the ship is the first step toward embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would be worse. What's more, the enforcers are needed to maintain order. Withdraw those demands. Oh, okay, so it actually shows me who's best at this. So she would be the one doing the coercion, because she has the best chance. Interesting. I like that. So it doesn't matter which character you're currently controlling, it'll tell you which of you is probably the best to do it. And it'll just have them use their role for you. That's awesome. Because otherwise it's like, okay, hold on, I gotta get out of this, and then switch to that person, start the conversation with them. Withdraw those demands and we'll consider the rest. Yeah, we're not taking the enforcers away completely. The tall worker, they called Rivet, shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman. Old Nan, listen. Listen. The Lord Captain himself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole Depot 4 has ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down. Now's no time to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old Nan. The 3 clans at Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made up our minds. It's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any of that. Hisses in dissatisfaction. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. You failed to convince me. Kill everyone. No. Just string them along. You know, I want to string you along just so I can see your, like, joy immediately turn to horror when I kill you. No. I will expect you to assist in locating any remaining amulets or weapons left by the cultists. Fine by me. Your lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us, lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Before they immediately die of starvation. Of course, your lordship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. Well, that went good. Now to rob you all blind. Do you have any goods? Any goods? Anything? Anything?
Let us not dawdle.
What do you got? Page is where the start of each shift is marked. The last mark is missing. The workers went on strike. Yeah, well, we fixed that.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
The gauge shows that the steam pressure in the pipe is close to maximum. However,
Keep your wits about you.
what, what, what did I just do? Whatever. I think it was close to maximum, so it probably shouldn't be. That's kind of dangerous. The heatsink warms the air around it. The workers have dragged decks. Chase. Valve.
Money to be made.
Nothing is happening. Perhaps turning a different valve will work. Goods. I'm gonna rob these people. Ooh, key!
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Key is good. Okay, I think we're good.
I always have a backup plan.
Well, we didn't have to kill everyone. There's always time. Yeah, so it's the other valve. I don't... I have an urgent matter I need to discuss, Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Well, are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble, you believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in open arms and allow them to wreak havoc wherever they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valencius Protectorate? Hmm. Yeah, I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Remember Lord Captain Theodora? Do you think she ever set one slippery foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to her grand designs of the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. Hmm. Yeah. I I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain. I believe I ought to explain myself. The prosperity of Von Valencia's protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for a chance to see it flourish, and it was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of a true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left everything behind. Everything I had known. Everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire Protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. The rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you. To find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out by the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed in excess to requirements. Hmm. I value what she created. Except this, the time, the future is now, old man. Yes, Lord Captain. Your resolve is admirable, and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment, should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please let us leave, though, Adex. If the rogue trader desires to stretch his legs, there are far more suitable places. Yeah, that's right. Don't you fucking question me. Look, you're my boy. You're gonna be my boy. Which means you gotta trust me. Forget the old ways. Forget the old woman. Time is now. We're in the future now. It's my time. Alright. Can I please get to the trading station? To the ship? And do some mini buys. Alright. Okay, you don't have anything new. Okay, well. It's not like you really have much I can use. 'Cause that's an auto gun. You don't have any plasma stuff. This would be good for him. Because I could always respec him to just be more about single strikes. Medal of Alacrity. With the Bring It Down ability. Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking... We'll go here next. I'm pretty sure that's... Well... Scan is required. The Prison Planetoid. Scan is required. So that's a quest just to visit the Prison Planetoid. We can also get machines. Okay, so we can get Machine Spirit Keeper. We can get our AdMech. Let's do the scan. Kind of like, because I'm pretty sure I want an AdMech on the team. And if I can get a good old Tech Priest down there. That'll be number 6 in the party, although I'll probably swap some people out once I figure out... Once we get, like, more and more people, I'll figure out exactly how I kind of want to run this. As a good, fully fleshed out party. But yeah, we're totally going just... Sister Battle is totally Flamethrower. Shh, I'm sleeping. As the ship makes its way through the star system, a strange fatigue falls over you. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the quill you have been using to draw up yet another order falls from your hand. You raise your head up with a start. Oh, hi. Hi, ghosts. You stand up and stare as dozens upon dozens of corpses surround you. Among their number, you recognize the disfigured and bloodied faces of those who died on the ship's bridge, and those you met in your previous life. How is this possible? Where are the enforcers posted to stand guard? It matters not. You are alone with a horde of heretics risen from the darkness to take your life. As if of its own accord, the shard lying on the edge of the desk, the sole remnant of Conrad Voigtveer's weapon, slips from into your hand. The metal is searing cold. The dead sway from side to side, closing in around you in nightmarish slow advance. Your lives belong to me. All you hear in response is unintelligible voices, whispers, moans, and derisive laughter. Anger ignites in your chest. You clutch the shard, which ravenously bites into your palm with its sharp edge. Unbearable bright light floods everything around. You find yourself surrounded by groveling minions, their bodies shivering in your mere presence. Your hands no longer hold a pitiful shard, but a majestic and intricate weapon. A skillfully crafted sword with strange, unnerving properties and proportions, a curved design, an unusual hilt adorned with the image of a closed eye. The eye opens wide, revealing the gaze so ancient and dark that it steals your breath away. You have felt this gaze before. There on the bridge, and the voice that appears in your mind. The tapestry is woven. The path is chosen. Accept your fate, champion. Oh, yeah. Ugh. Do I try to control it? No, fuck it. Your body refuses to obey your mind. The handle feels as if it has become one with your hands, and the gaze of a demonic eye sets your very soul ablaze. Resisting your fate is futile. You scream as you feel your soul burn away to ash. You awaken from the vision. Kneeling next to your desk, clothes drenched in sweat and with a sour taste on your tongue. Your head is ringing, and you struggle to recall those faces and the image of the sword in your hands. Only the deep cut in your palm and bloodied shard lie on the floor, reminding you of what transpired. You would rather die than touch that thing again, so you reach a quaking hand for your Vox and call for a servitor. Now you just have to wait for the mindless automaton to arrive, pick up the cursed artifact, and head for the nearest airlock to be claimed by the Void. Probably for the best. Probably for the best. Just gonna say. We're gonna go pump up strength a little bit. Perception. What's my perception? No, we're gonna go strength. Um, um, I'm just gonna do that preemptively. Alright, I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it. Um, yeah, I think we're good. So, this game is really freaking good. Um, we'll continue this on Thursday. No, what? Yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow will be another Dark Souls. Then this will be Thursday, and then Friday will be, another freeform Friday. Not sure what we're gonna do yet. I got a couple ideas. But yeah, this is awesome so far. The combat's like, once you get used to it, and get used to the flow, very satisfying, very cool. Um, and just yeah, everything so far, like the dialogue's well written. It's a really well realized 40K world that they're creating here. Um, and it's the perfect way to do a 40K story where you don't have to do Space Marines. Rogue traders, you can have a little bit of everything because they're weird. They can have anyone they want on their crew, and they can basically go and do a whole lot of stuff, and it just allows you to experience more of what the 40K world has than just what we've seen in some other games. Um, Darktide's good for that too, because you're a guardsman, you're an ogre, you're a preacher, you're a psyker, um, and you're seeing what it's like inside a hive city from that perspective. So yeah, like good 40K games coming out all of a sudden between this and Darktide. Space Marine 2 is coming out next year. Like, is the curse broken of 40K games always being bad? I mean, I have a soft spot for Deathwing, especially when they kind of re-released it with a lot of improvements. But that game still had a ton of flaws. But I don't know, I kind of had a soft spot for it. It was fun in multiplayer if you had a good group of people to pal around with. But other than that, yeah, and the first Space Marine was good. Especially Exterminatus mode in multiplayer was fantastic. A lot of fun. And the Total War, not the Total War, the the uh, the 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 what was it? The Dawn of War. Dawn of War was good. Um, I know Dawn of War 3 wasn't great because they didn't really have a whole lot of like choices for armies and stuff, but the other Dawn of War games were great. But yeah, it's been a while since we've had like consistently good 40k games, and after Darktide, at this point, Darktide with all the updates and everything is great. This is already just off the bat really good. So yeah, I'm super happy. But that'll do it for me for right now. Um, Join me tomorrow for more Dark Souls 2 randomized, and then on Thursday we will continue this. We got our Navigator. Now we just need to get the rest of this all coming together. Probably for the best that I threw away that shard, right? I have a feeling if I tried to be like, no, I control the sword, it doesn't control me, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have gone well for me. And I also have a feeling throwing that thing away is not going to stop it from coming back for me. If it is tied to Zinch, it'll find its way in my hands again. But anyway,